How's it going? I'm Jody Friedman from License Your Music. Thanks so much for tuning in, come by the channel to learn about music licensing. Today we're going to talk about what is a performance rights organization. When we create music, when we write a song and record it, there are two copyrights that we're working with. It's the master recording itself, which is the CD, the vinyl, the MP3, that's the recording, and the composition, which is the music and the lyrics, the words in the lyrics. When it comes to the composition copyright, as a creator, you have certain exclusive rights by creating that piece of music. One of those rights is your right to perform it publicly. And there are organizations set up around the world to help us collect public performance income for any time it airs around the world. So let's talk more about it. So what is a performance rights organization? P.R.O is a common term for performance rights organization. They are also called performing rights societies. That's a slang that's used in conjunction with P.R.O. Their primary job, like I just spoke about, is to administer and to collect public performance royalties tied to that exclusive right that you have as a creator. Anytime it airs on television, anytime it's played at a live venue, anytime it shows on your phone where it streams on Netflix or on an iPad, anytime it plays in a grocery store, and I chose that because I love that little dog there, and anytime it shows up in a coffee shop or a Home Depot, wherever it is publicly that your song is performing, it's these P.R.O's job to collect for you. In the USA, there are 4 performance rights organizations as of today, and it's January 2021. ASCAP, BMI, CSAC, and GMR, which stands for Global Music Rights. Most writers join ASCAP and BMI, American Society of Composers, Authors, and Publishers is ASCAP. BMI is Broadcast Music Incorporated. The only requirement is that you have one song published, and all that means, don't get too concerned about that word publishing, that used to confuse the heck out of me. All it means is that one of your songs is publicly available for public consumption on Spotify or on Apple Music or on Amazon. Technically on your website is publicly available. So all you need is one song published and you can join ASCAP or BMI. The reason most writers don't join CSAC is because it's by invite only, and so is GMR. With CSAC, a friend can invite you or introduce you. It's that simple. As a writer, I used to be with ASCAP. I'm now with CSAC as a writer because a co-writer of mine said, hey, you should join CSAC. He told me all about it. So I thought, yeah, why not? And I did the switch, and it was very easy to do that switch. GMR is a private invite society that's managed by Irving Azoff. It was created by Irving Azoff, who's a famous old school manager. He manages Metallica, or he managed, I don't know if he still does, but he managed Metallica and the Eagles and John Lennon and some pretty iconic songwriters and superstars. So he created Global Music Rights, and it's a private society that mainly it consists of superstars, multi-million, multi-platinum selling songwriters and artists. There are P.R.O's around the world. There's P.R.O's in Japan, Jazzrack, GEMA for Germany, STIM, which is Sweden, CODA is Denmark, SACM is France. There's PRS in the UK. There's so many P.R.O's around the world, so it's good for you to know that. So how do they work in the US? So we're going to talk about the US P.R.O's, ASCAP, BMI, CSAC, and I think GMR works this way too, but I'm not certain. They have yearly blanket deals with venues and networks, just like we spoke about. Basically, they say that we're going to negotiate a deal with you as a network, as a person who airs this music publicly, as a company that airs this music publicly. You owe us X amount of dollars based on your market size and the type of usage. If it's a little coffee shop, they literally take the square footage of the coffee shop and how often they have people in there playing music, and they actually hit them up with a fee that they're owed. I actually have been performing at local coffee shops that they had to cancel the open mic night because ASCAP and CSAC and BMI came by and said, look, you have live performers here. They're part of our society, so you can't do that unless you pay us a yearly fee. so the coffee shop had to stop doing open mic. But that's just the reality of the situation, is that there's a copyright that's due to your public performances. So their job is also to police the local venues, much like an IRS auditor would, and require them to pay into the society so that they can distribute that income to you. Let's talk about how it's broken down. The societies break the composition into a writer's share and a publisher's share. When you create a song, you own 100% of the writer's share and you own 100% of the publisher's share. You can then assign a publisher the right to control your publishing if that's what they're going to do. If they're going to exploit the song, if they're going to monetize it, if they're going to negotiate deals for you, you have the right to do that. For example, if the performance royalties are $1,000 for airing somewhere, half of that, $500, goes to the writer, and half of that goes to the publisher, the other $500. They are equally split between the writer share and the publisher share. If you are out there shopping your own material, then you are your own publisher. You are actively pushing it. You do not need a publisher to do that for you. You can do it, and you can collect the full $1,000 in royalties. You don't have to share that. So this is a general explanation and a summary of public performance income and how it's split between the writer and the publisher, which is what the P.R.Os are tasked with collecting on for us. All right, I really hope you found this helpful. Make sure you click on the link below. There's lots of free content down there. And make sure you subscribe, get notified of future videos that we release on our YouTube, and come check us out on Facebook at License Your Music, and our website, licenseyourmusic.com, our Instagram, License Your Music, and we'll see you next time. Thanks so much for watching.